So you see Kirbyfan, I think this is an Olimar? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
This is an Olimar versus Mr. E. Mr. E is here playing in pools. He didn't spawn into Top Cut, so I don't know. He might go all the way today.
I mean,
This a
let's see what we
rare
got.
sighting of Mr. E in pools.
I remember seeing E like wanting to grind a little bit more after the Smash World Tour, where he got like reverse 3-0'd against Ned. He's like, man, I just really want to, like, he got bit by the competitive bug, and now we see him entering like so much more, grinding so much more, which is like super cool to see, especially given the current status of many offline events. But he'll have to regain that footing. But if there's anything that Mr. E is good at, it's picking Smashville. This man goes to Smashville every time he can.
Hey, if it works, it works. So far, it's working. Mr. E, honestly, even before Smash Tour, the dude's just a grinder. Like, he wants to do well. He's just every day in and out. So it does not surprise me.
All day, all night, just we've seen the gameplay, a lot of first to tens, and we're kind of seeing that.
Oh yeah,
that resolve and the refinement of his Lucina's gameplay, like on this stage. Like he's not really doing too much. He's not trying to go to overzealous picks. That roll read was pretty scouted from Kirbyfan, but
yeah,
up until that point, it had been all Mr. E, and let's see if he can make it not snowball.
Well, yeah, that's kind of what Mr. E is known for in general. Like, reserved, very smart, very optimal gameplay. Neutral god, some have called him in the past, and you kind of see it. Characters like Lucina or Marth really excel with that, and that's just kind of his playstyle. I think that's why he's prone to kind of getting clipped or upset, where people joke that he spawns into bracket, because he just plays very solid.
Yeah, and sometimes you get a little bit of sighting of that poor Mr. E, but sometimes he doesn't let you play.
Yeah.
Which can be hard. It can be hard to kind of exert your will over Olimar and have who has those equally strong disjoints and ranged options, but like if you give Mr. E an inch, he'll take a mile.
Yeah, definitely. I do want to point out that this Olimar is rolling a lot, including a double roll, so Mr. E's going to start scouting out real quick and punishing it, either with, those dancing blades or even with an F smash. So, needs to be careful. Just going to get that nice up tilt there, 150%. Again, he's not fighting stocks too early. He's just grinding his opponent down again and again. And that's kind of what Olimar likes to do to you, but Mr. E does it pretty much the best in the game, so there's really not much you can do. You have to try to counteract that playstyle. You can't play his game.
Yeah, these dashbacks have worked really well for Kirbyfan thus far, whether it be with just the regular Pikmin toss or some of these F smashes. That grab was a massive whiff, which Olimar cannot do a lot. Incredibly light is his character, and there it goes.
Yes. Able to just find that clean stock there. It's probably the earliest stock he took. I think that was around 110, 120 maybe. But yeah, Mr. E just again grinds his opponent down, takes the stock. Let's go again. It's just a day of the life.
Yeah, I mean that's why he really enjoys going to Smashville. Not only with Lucina's bevy of anti-airs that can work to pressure platform and cover most of the stage, but he's grinding and controlling center for so long that sometimes your opponent can live till those 150, 160 numbers, as we saw in stocks 1 and 2. So Smashville can mitigate that if he finds the right hit or has the right read, which he then pulled the trigger on that last stock, kind of transforming the game from a long one to one that ended rather abruptly. But we still got game 2 on our hands. Looked like a counterpick stage, and PS2 will we see.
Yeah. Okay. So PS2, I think the thing about this stage is PS2 is a good stage in general for zoners because you have those platforms to kind of set up camp under, and then you also have a good amount of room just to get your game going. But Lucina controls platforms so well, so you have to be careful. Just like this, Lucina gets in once, and you're starting to get to 60% just off of one neutral one.
Here we see Kirbyfan coming out with yet another roll to get out of trouble. trying to be a little bit more aggressive, but some of these shield flickers that E has been doing are like super clutch against that. I'm beginning to wonder, like, what can Kirbyfan try to set up? Because every time he feels like he has his boots on the ground, E is in his face.
Yeah, he's not finding many grabs either. Like, a lot of his grabs are just big whiffs. So, trying to set up is really hard when you don't even have grab pressure. It's rough. Honestly, what he's doing just is not working. What I'm seeing, he's not going for a lot of aerials, so he could try doing more forward airs to try to wall out. But that's the only real thing. Other than that, E is all over him, on stage, off stage, everywhere.
Unfortunately, the damage output of Olimar is incredibly high, so scrapping for him has been pretty good, but that F tilt gonna close out the first stock of Kirbyfan, and we'll have to see if he can find the means to challenge it. Purple and blue on deck, so these grabs are available, but just one step behind so many of these interactions.
This is kind of what we saw last game. It feels like Kirbyfan is very good at these low percents. Maybe that's just a virtue of Olimar being good at low percents, but struggles to find the kill. They just can't keep up. It feels like they're playing the same at low percent as they are at high percent, and they're not able to find the kill as a result.
Which I guess for some characters, like that kind of like stalwart playstyle really certainly helps, because you're not trying to like completely transform your game plan and start getting desperate. But Olimar really needs to transition sometimes based on the task at hand. I really like the whistle, but the constant rotation of Pikmin never seems to be in his favor. Blue, purple are really good ones, but this yellow only kind of serves to clog up your lineup sometimes.
Yeah, it's more of an annoyance than anything else. Okay,
Right.
Able to find that forward air. That was what I was talking about. If he starts to use more aerials, I think he'll be able to contest E a little bit better. Finds a kill with that aerial right there, and I'll see if he can get anything started at low percent. He's been doing well at low percent. Like he knows what to do there. Just feels like he doesn't know what to do when it gets to high percent.
Yeah, it's definitely rough to kind of play so much neutral with Lucina and like to look for those pokes and hits that do end up mattering, because Lucina just is so consistent at like suffocating you and grinding you out. But yeah, so many of these forward airs are gonna be rough. I appreciate the lineup that he's got going on, and that if there's any setup that's gonna make a difference, the bigger hitbox of yellow will start to matter in these low to mid percents. But oh, now we're getting up there. You know what we haven't seen though? Up smash.
Yeah. And yeah, that shield is complete. You can literally see his helmet like completely decimated there.
Poor Olimar. Can't just knock him into the blast zone. You have to poison him with the toxic oxygen.
Yeah, no, that